Today we are entering one of the most enchanting and mysterious worlds, that of the Upanishads. The days of the Upanishads were the highest as far as the spiritual quest is concerned. Never before and never afterward has human consciousness achieved such Himalayan heights. The days of the Upanishads were really golden for many reasons. The most important of them is contained in this seed mantra. Om. That is the whole. This is the whole. From wholeness emerges wholeness. Wholeness coming from wholeness, wholeness still remains. The emphasis of the Upanishads is on wholeness. Remember, it is not on perfection, but on wholeness. The moment one becomes interested in being perfect, the ego enters. The ego is a perfectionist. The desire of the ego is to be perfect, and perfection drives humanity toward insanity. Wholeness is totally different. Its flavor is different. Perfection is in the future. It is a desire. Wholeness is here now. It is a revelation. Perfection has to be achieved. And of course, every achievement takes time. It has to be gradual. You have to sacrifice the present for the future, today for tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. What comes is always today. Existence knows nothing of future and nothing of past. It knows only the present. Now is the only time, and here the only space. The moment you go astray from now and here, you are going to end in some kind of madness. You will fall into fragments. Your life will become hell. You will be torn apart. The past will pull a part of you toward itself, and the future the other part. You will become schizophrenic, split, divided. Your life will be only a deep anguish, a trembling, an anxiety, a tension. You will not know anything of bliss. You will not know anything of ecstasy, because the past exists not. People go on living in their memories, which are only footprints left on the sand, or they project a life into the future, which is also as non-existential as the past. One is no more, the other is not yet. And between the two, they lose the real, the present, the now. Wholeness is of the now. If you can simply be here, then this very moment the revelation. Then it is not gradual, it is sudden, it is an explosion. The word Upanishad is tremendously important. It simply means sitting down close to a master. It is a communion. The master is living in wholeness. He is living here now. He is pulsating here now. His life has a music. His life has a joy, a silence of immense depth. His life is full of light. Just to sit silently by the side of a master is enough, because the presence of a master is infectious. The presence of the master is overwhelming. His silence starts reaching your very heart. His presence becomes a magnetic pull on you. It pulls you out of the mud of the past and the future. It brings you into the present. The Upanishad is a communion, not a communication. A communication is head to head, and a communion is heart to heart. This is one of the greatest secrets of spiritual life, and nowhere else, at no other time, has it been understood as deeply as in the days of the Upanishads. The Upanishads were born near about 5,000 years ago. A secret communion, a transmission beyond the scriptures, a communion beyond the words. This is what the Upanishad is. You sitting silently, not just listening to my words, but listening to my presence too. The words are only excuses to hang the silence upon. The silence is the real content. The word is only a container. If you become too interested in the word, you miss the spirit. So don't be too interested in the word. Listen to the heartbeat of the word. When a master speaks, those words are coming from his innermost core. They are full of his color, of his light. They carry some of the perfume of his being. If you are open and vulnerable, receptive, welcoming, they will penetrate into your heart, and a process is triggered. What Carl Gustav Jung calls synchronicity explains exactly what happens between a master and a disciple. It is not the same as what happens between a teacher and a student. Between a teacher and a student, there is a communication. Information is transferred by the teacher to the student. But there is no transformation, there is only information. The teacher himself is not transformed, he himself has not arrived. He is repeating words from other teachers, he may be even repeating words from other masters, but he has not known himself, his words are borrowed. He may be very scholarly, he may be very well informed, but that is not the real thing. Information is not the real thing, transformation. And unless one is transformed, he cannot trigger the process of transformation in others. Carl Gustav Jung calls this synchronicity. The master cannot cause your enlightenment. It is not a scientific process, it is far more poetic. It is not a law like the law of cause and effect. It is far more liquid, far looser, far more flexible. The master cannot cause the enlightenment to happen in you, but he can trigger the process. And that too only if you allow, not against your will. Nothing can be done to you unless you are totally receptive. This can happen only in a love affair. Between the teacher and the student there is business. Between the master and the disciple there is a love affair. The disciple is surrendered. That is the meaning of sitting down. He is surrendered, he has put his ego aside. He is simply open, in tremendous trust. Of course, doubt will hinder the process. Doubt is perfectly good when you are collecting information. The more you doubt, the more information you will be able to collect, because each doubt will create questions in you and questions are needed to find answers. But each answer will be doubted again in its own turn, creating more questions, and so on and so forth. But with a master, doubt is a hindrance. It is not about asking a question, it is a quest of the soul, it is inquiry of the heart, it is not intellectual curiosity. It is not curiosity, it is far more important, it is a question of life and death. When one is tired of all questions and all answers, when one is fed up with all philosophy, only then one comes to a master. When one has accumulated much information and still remains ignorant, and all that information does not create any light within his soul, then he comes to a master to sit by his side. There are no longer any questions. He now knows one thing, that all questions are futile. He has tried and he has seen the whole futility of it. Now he sits in silence, open, available, receptive, like a womb. The disciple becomes feminine, and only in those feminine moments the master, without any effort on his part, starts over-flooding the disciple. It happens naturally. The disciple is not doing anything, the master is not doing anything. It is not a question of doing at all. The master is being himself, and the disciple is open. When your nose is not blocked by a cold, and you pass by the side of a flower, suddenly the fragrance is smelled. The flower is not doing anything in particular. It is natural for the flower to release its fragrance. If you are open to receive it, you will receive it. The word Upanishad means coming to a master. And one comes to a master only when one is tired of teachers, tired of teachings, tired of dogmas, creeds, philosophies, theologies, religions. Then one comes to a master. The way to come to a master is surrender. Not that your being is surrendered, only the ego, the false idea that you are somebody special. The moment you put the idea of the ego aside, the doors are open for the wind, for the rain, for the sun, and the master's presence will start entering you, creating a new dance in your life, giving you a new sense of poetry, mystery, music. It is synchronicity. The master is beating in a certain rhythm, he is dancing on a certain plane. If you are ready, the same dance starts happening in you. In the beginning, only a little bit. But that's enough, that little bit is enough. In the beginning, only dewdrops. But soon they become oceanic. Once you have tasted the joy of being open, you cannot be closed again. First you may open only a window or a door, and then you open all your windows and all the doors. And a moment comes in the life of a disciple when not only windows and doors are open, even the walls disappear. He is utterly open, available multidimensionally. This is the meaning of the word Upanishad. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think or what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe for more.